Alright, so welcome to the channel. First off, this is going to be the first playthrough that I put up. It's going to be a super casual run, no speed running, no 100%ing or anything like that. Basically, I just want to replay this game. It's one of the mini games from my childhood, and I used to play it kind of yearly, and I've put that behind me now. A little bit too busy now, but I did make time, and I'm hoping to continue to make time to be able to play through some of my favorite classic games. Faxanadu is one of those games, and I just have tons of memories with this game. My dad used to play it for me all the time, and I would just watch and absorb constantly. So yeah, this is the title screen. You had that very upbeat music, and let's go ahead and press start. And it not work for some reason. Let me see here. Helps if the controller's on also. So there we go. That's our character. We're going back home. Things are not looking so great after all. So we've been away on a long journey. We're back at home and everything is almost deserted and destroyed. Gates closed, people are gone, walls are crumbling. Wonder what happened here. So immediately, you can notice that the character is pretty cool. We're walking around. There is momentum when you're walking, so from a dead stop, and this is what trips up a lot of people too with this game. It's kind of an RPG platformer, so you move a little slower until you get going into a full stride there, and your jumps, you most likely want to have that momentum behind you. So initially here, you can always take a death to kind of get your health and mana restored. Mana, magic, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to let this guy kill us. You're going to get to see the death or the game over or whatever. And in this game you have gurus, and the gurus provide passwords for you. When you talk to a guru, that kind of also sets your spawn point. You know, it tells you not to have negative thoughts, remember your mantra. The mantra is the password. But that's a little trick because not only now do we have full health and magic, it sends us to where we want to go anyway. So we're going to go talk to this guru, and he tells you if you are going to see the king, take this ring. This ring will identify you, and make sure you don't lose it. To be honest, you really can't lose it, but if you go to the king first, they're not going to let you in. Also, if you're interested in the story with this game, it does help to kind of talk to people. So how do you do that? You just walk up to them and press up. So there are many rings with many different magic. Look for them one by one. And some of it can be a little misleading too. But basically, talk to the NPCs. She's going to tell you, listen to the people. You know, you'll only get frustrated if you just walk around. And that's kind of true in this game. Kind of in the middle waypoint, it does get a little confusing, and you can seriously inflate your playtime by having to backtrack. Again, we might end up having to do that because we're kind of running off memory here. In my testing to make sure the recording and everything was working correctly, I only did the opening intro here and just checked a few things out. Simply made a few notes on what we're going to need to buy to abuse one little glitch in the game at the start. Not trying to spend all day playing it, even though it is an amazing game. This guy here says the dwarves are robbing the elves' money and jewelry. Okay, we're not going to really see any of that, I don't think, unless, not to spoil anything, unless it's to later plots. So here, these are two shops. You just walk up in front of the door and press up. You have a key vendor. The key vendor, basically, this can get you tied up in the game as well. They sell keys. There's certain types of keys. We're going to be back here in just a second, so more on that in a second. But they sell certain types of keys. And if you don't have the right amount of keys, you can end up having to backtrack, and that will also inflate your playtime. It just takes a little bit of trial and error to get to kind of know the game and know where you're going. This is the castle here. Pretty fun little dig. I love the textures in this game too. The color palettes, everything is just so well done. For, you know, the Nintendo Entertainment System, this is amazing. So he basically says, glad you could come. A disaster has befallen us. The elf fountain, water, our life source has stopped. The wells are drying up. Many men went out and nobody came back. You are our last hope. I shall give you 1,500 golds. not gold, but golds. Prepare for your journey with this money. It will be a dangerous journey. Take care of yourself. So initially you get this 1500 gold, and when I was younger, I mathed out exactly what to buy to end up with 0, and I always thought, you know, he gave me 1500, I must need to spend 1500 gold before I leave. And initially I didn't go back and talk to the king and abuse the glitch, but one day after gaming over and having to restart countless times, I figured out that, hey, maybe they have tips the second time you talk to them, just like later on you'll learn that you have to talk to certain people twice to progress the plot. So I went back, talked to the king after exhausting all the gold, talked to all the villagers, and the king was one of the last ones, but noticed he gave me another 1500 gold. We're going to abuse that glitch here. So when I was testing, I went ahead and mapped out everything that we're going to need to buy to reset this 3 times. So first thing we're going to start off with is an elixir. An elixir is basically like your game over prevention mechanic. If you take a fatal hit, this is going to fully restore your health and magic. You really don't want to use it early in the game. We'll get more into that later. Now we're going to buy 6 red potions. A few things about the items in this game. You can hold 8 items at once, and then you can have an item in your inventory like that you're about to use. So really 9 total items. I'm going to start buying these red potions while I talk here. Now, if you ever want to sell an item back to a shopkeeper, this is kind of a frustrating part of the game. They also have to sell that item to begin with, or you can't sell it back. That's just an important note you may want to make if you do decide to play through Faxanadu. You can end up with several items later in the game and then not be able to get rid of them, and they're just clogging up your inventory. This is our 3rd red potion. And there are some grinding spots in this game, but we're trying to reduce that as much as possible on our first playthrough. So, still buying red potions. The goal here is to get 6, sell 1 back, and buy 3 J keys. J for Jack. Looking good so far. Let me just make sure. Let's see here. It's got a basic item menu. So we've got 5. You can't equip or hold items in the store, but you can on the outside. That's what that error sound was. So this is our 6th potion. Potions cost 160. We're going to sell 1 back for 80 gold in return. Doesn't matter which one. So now we have 300 gold. And I'm also glad I did this rather than trying to do it on the fly. Adding all this up and subtracting. Like, you guys would have been there waiting forever. But we're just trying to have a good start here. There's people out there that can completely speedrun this game and abuse deaths and just beat it in less than 30 minutes. That's what the Jack key looks like, or the J key. We're going to need 3 of them. And I always loved how the characters blink too. For some reason it always makes it feel kind of more realistic to me. And keep in mind, this is back in the 8-bit era. This is pretty good. But buying this last key here, you'll notice that 1, we're back on 0 gold. Now, what are we going to do next? First thing is I'm going to take one of these keys and put it in my hand slot there. And we're going to go back and see the king. Going back to what I was talking about earlier, if you exhaust all your money, I don't know if this is a glitch or not. It could just be how the game's made in case you game over and you have 0 gold when you return. But the king will give you 1500 more gold. And this is round 2. You do have to be on this step, I believe, to talk to him. So it kind of resets everything. We're just going to exhaust this dialogue. He tells you everything that you already know. Just in case you forgot, it's only been like 10 minutes. We'll take that money, sir. Thank you. So now, got 1500 more gold. And we're going to go exhaust it again. Believe it or not, this does help cut down a little bit of the grinding later in the game. But there are just points where you will want to grind and buy the items before you progress. It just makes your life a lot easier. This time, going back into the item shop here, we're going to be buying that hand dagger and that magical spell called Deluge. So there's our hand dagger. Once we buy Deluge, we'll be at 700 gold. Gonna go ahead and pick that up. Now, we need to do just one more thing here. We're gonna equip that hand dagger, and we're gonna go and equip that Deluge. So now, if we want to cast magic, you can press up and the B button to attack. I'm not gonna do it here, I'm just gonna save it. Try not to be too conservative in this game. You can really get your life and magic back kinda easy. So we're gonna buy one more J key. We should have 9 total items now. Just to confirm, there you go. There's 5, 8, and then we've got 1 in the use slot in the top right corner. So we're gonna head over this way. There are 2 guys here who run shops, which you will only see in the beginning of the game as far as my knowledge. If they are in later in the game, I've never found them. So let's see, let's go talk to this guy. He says, I shall give you magic for 200 gold. Okay. I have full magic, but more importantly, we're wasting the money. Same thing. If you ever get into a prompt and you don't want to use it, you could always press the other button, I believe, to cancel it. But anyway, I could be wrong on that. I didn't really try it there. So he full heals your magic. This guy here looks pretty cool. Want martial arts lesson? Sure. This would restore your health. I didn't take any damage before doing that, so you can't really tell. And I didn't expend any magic. But you'll just have to take my word for it, I guess. Unless you just want to do that on your own. So 3rd time back to the king. We're going to get another 1,500 gold, and then we're good to go. If I said 13, I meant 15. It is about to be 1,300 in terms of time where I am right now. So anyway, we're going to go back to where we took that death early in the game here. Got our dagger, got our magic, we're fully stocked. And the foreground can hide enemies like that little spiky creature there. The mobs in this game do have real names, I just don't know their names by heart. That would be the Guru's place there. We don't need to talk to him again. And over here, we are going to have our first instance of combat. There we go. And right here, we're going to press up and immediately use a key, which is perfect. So now I want to hold another key. This is just in case I get another item. And we're going to want to kill most of these enemies. We need money in this game. Okay. This one's going to come down. He's going to jump into us. Now you can double hit these enemies if you get close enough. I personally don't like doing it with the dagger. And that would be the magic as well. If you press up and attack, you can fire the magic. Without the next weapon, we can't really kill those guys unless we use magic. So, anyway, gonna grab some money here. We'll blast that guy. And we're gonna go up these steps here, these ladders. That guy is gonna jump to his death. Totally cool with me. That was a double strike there. Pretty cool. These guys here, they don't really drop anything, they give you points. This item shop also, well, I didn't mean to jump forward. Let's see. And there will be times in this game where you take unavoidable damage. I mean, you come out of a building and a mob hits you. It's pretty regular. They put this item shop here just in case you want to grind early. You can get access to some of the best magic and the best shield in the game besides the last shield you get. The problem with the last set of armor, shield, and a weapon is you need all 3 to use it. But this is the, I guess, best magic shield in the game. We can't afford that, so we're just going to get out of here. Don't forget that guy is there when you're coming out. Death magic is one of the best magic as well. Let's see. Death magic does a lot of damage but consumes a lot of MP, or mana, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be your item shop here. And also, I didn't mention it, but the towns have names too. I believe the first town is Eolis. This town here, she'll tell us, I believe, what it is. If not, maybe Apolloon or something like that. I know the last town is Dartmoor. That's always my favorite. I'm going to equip that shield. She says good luck. Well, that's not a lot of info. Let's go to the bar and see what we can find out. And again, talking to the NPCs, they will give you tips. So he tells us we're going to need a mattock to break the wall. This guy tells us it's in the tower. You can get it by defeating a dwarf. So you'll notice that I have the shield equipped now. The shield is great. You're going to be taking a lot of magic damage over the course of this game. The one problem with the shield is there is an item that will grant you temporary invulnerability. If you don't have a shield equipped, magic won't even hurt you. But for some reason, if you do have the shield equipped, the magic hits you. So we're going to talk to this guy here. Just wanted to confirm. So there's a town of Forepaw ahead of you. So the next town is Forepaw. We're going to talk to the guru. And I always forget you got to jump through and talk to him. So he's going to give us our password, our mantra, but it also, more importantly, if we do die, sets our spawn point here. And nowadays, you don't have to write that password down. You can just grab a picture of it with your phone. This is also a hospital. I'm just going to tell you now. And much like in real life, it's very overpriced. You're better off sticking to the other options. I didn't show it in the first town, but there is a meat vendor. And all you have to do is see him twice to get fully healed. Again, got more villagers to talk to. She says we can carry 8 items and to choose well. She's not counting the one in her hand here. That's a little reminder, hey, go get your password before you game over. And if this is your first time playing it, especially blind, you're most likely going to game over. Or die, or whatever you want to call it. Alright. Pretty fun so far. And again, I may die in this run. I may fail. It's not a perfectionist run. I just wanted to replay the game. So we're gonna have fun no matter what. But going back to what I was talking about earlier, you can heavily inflate your playtime on this game just by not knowing certain aspects of it. There is an internal counter for this game that I discovered when I was 18. And I didn't discover it, like I'm sure other people knew about it before, but I learned of it when I was 18. And basically, right here in this room, if you enter it 4 times, that internal counter is going to count or tick up each time that you enter one of these item rooms. And there's tons in the game. I don't know them all, so this was our 2nd. This is going to be our 3rd. And this is going to be our 4th coming up right here. So now we want to kill all of these monsters. And this guy here, he will fall down the ladder just like before. And we're just going to hit him 2 times with a magic. We're going to climb this ladder. And boom, there's the Maddock. You don't even have to fight the boss of this tower. And also, you need that momentum to jump. And there I am failing it. That's where the platformer comes from. Now, got it this time. So, perfect. Maddock is there. I'm going to keep it equipped. And I'm going to show you your first technical first boss in the game. Let's see here. So again, we're going to use some magic. We're going to get that running start. Those jumps get a lot easier with it. These guys here, they will jump when you get close to them. So you can just let them jump over you. Kind of like this. That's how you're gonna hit them too. Trick is not to panic on those guys. You can also jump into them and hit them like this. Either way works. Gonna have to use some of that magic again here. Oops. And we'll try and get that running start. This is another item room here. And what it drops here, I'm not gonna get it. I don't really care for it too much. It drops an hourglass. And the hourglass has two key importances. So we're gonna go up here and I'll explain a little bit once we get to this first boss. And usually it's not uncommon for people to get stuck playing these older games to the point where they are re-clearing rooms, and that's how you're supposed to find it. Now, if you jump down there, you're gonna get completely dominated by this dragon. But with the hourglass, these fireballs, these deluges that he's spitting, he won't spit them. So then you could rush him, get him up against the wall, and just stab him constantly over and over. I'm gonna do it the cheesy way, which is just standing here on the ledge. As long as you're swinging, he can't hit you. This is one of the many tricks that I learned from watching my dad play this game. And I do want to warn that he can get up there and he can kind of get stuck in that little corridor. It's kind of like the DVD player logos, you know, where it's just like in the corners like this. So he can totally get up in there with you, and you want to just exit and then come back in. I think it takes around 15 hits here. But he's going to drop a Maddock, and that's what the villagers were talking about. They were like, hey, you have to kill that dwarf in the tower to get the Maddock. This doesn't look like a dwarf. This looks like a dragon. But later in the game, you come to learn that something has caused all the regular NPCs in the game to mutate and turn into these monsters. So we'll get more on that later. And right now we're in what I like to call Region 1. Basically, it's the entry region. It gets you introduced to the game. You learn the mechanics. You get more comfortable with the fighting. And these boss enemies early in the game, they will become regular enemies later in the game. And you can choose to fight them or avoid them. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And I haven't honestly been keeping count here. So we're just going to keep doing our thing here. He does drop a lot of money, and we're going to need money anyway. I totally missed a shot there. Pretty soon here. There you go. So again, we're not picking that Maddock up. Earlier in the video, I was talking about how you can get an item stuck in your inventory and not be able to sell it. There's like one shop where you can sell that Maddock. We don't need it. You're not going to be breaking a ton of walls in this game. It's really just one. And that wall is there to simply make you go into this dungeon and get introduced to the concept of how the game plays. Like, you're going to be going into dungeons, you're going to be traversing them, finding what they hold, and it really becomes kind of a regular thing in what I call Region 2. And again, I'm going to kill these guys just because we need the gold anyway. Just being a little safe. The town of Forepaw, which we learned the name from that villager. It's basically got a bunch of stuff that we want. And don't be afraid to take damage either. We're going to be getting our mana back as well from the meat vendors. So taking a little bit of damage is a-okay. And keep in mind, we've crossed through that Hourglass room, and we've crossed through the Maddock room there. Even though they're not currently present on the screen, what that means is, let's see, scoof a little bit, get knocked into the other screen, that's fine. Let's see, so it's down in the B button to use that item. Now, this is an item room as well, and it's not an important one. It's one that I accidentally discovered. And again, I didn't discover it, but there is a red potion that spawned. So we know that we were on count 4, and you can really, I'm going to say, get dialed in First, I'm going to use this potion so that I don't overlap. And you can keep track of that internal counter. I'm not going to do that. I'll be grinding away to remember what count we were on. And I always like holding a key as well. So, we're currently making our way up. This whole game kind of feels like you're going up a tree. And to be honest, you kind of are. I'm going to take some damage here, but that's okay. Gonna heal it back up. Get that running jump and miss it. Gonna miss that guy. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Again, there's tons of enemies that drop food, and you can heal yourself that way. That item up there, the hand, it always freaked me out as a kid. I remember my dad telling me it's not worth it. It really isn't at this point in the game, but it increases your attack power. Now this guy is why we got the shield. So, did you hear that sound? That's us taking that, or blocking that magic attack. So, we will be killing a bunch of those guys here shortly. And first, well, let's talk to her first. So, that's what I thought. They should tell you. So this guy here, meat vendor, we're just gonna do one right now. 150 gold's not a bad deal. I think the first hospital in the game charges like 500 gold. So, and we're gonna have to grind here for a little bit anyway. And unfortunately, you're stuck with me for the whole time. I'm not gonna be doing any fast forwarding or anything like that. So, this guy has a ton of stuff that we want. The most important thing though is that longsword. So we're gonna go ahead and pick that up. That longsword is going to do way more damage, going to make it way easier to double hit enemies, and way more visually appealing. So immediately right there, how easy was that? All you're going to be doing is going back and forth, get a little close, and it's okay if you take a hit. Like, we're going to have to do the meat vendor anyway before we move into the next portion of the game. And we need that full plate. You can also kill those little flying guys for food as well. Just like that. And I think the full plate was 25 and the boots were 28. What is that? 53 that we need. Now, imagine how much you would have to grind if we didn't trick the king there and get that extra little bit of cash. But there are ways to get money easy in this game. I'm also killing that little guy. Later in the game, there is one item you can get and save money by simply having enough experience points. And experience really doesn't do much for you in this game. It's actually more damaging than it is helpful. I can talk about that while I'm farming here. Basically, up above the gold meter there, you see the E. That is your experience point. Experience points. The guru will bestow a title upon you, or bestow a title upon you. And basically, when you continue the game, you have more gold. I have heard from the speedrunners, just listening to them, and other sources where it does also increase the ability to gain that momentum a little bit quicker. The main downside to the experience is, you see the T up there as well. When you use an item like those wing boots, you get granted time with those swing boots. So the higher your rank, the less time you get to use the wing boots. And that unfortunately sucks. The wing boots are great, and you're going to need them at several points in the game, especially in the last two dungeons. It makes your life so much easier. Again, if you're playing this blind, there's tons of areas to explore in these dungeons. I do remember the last two pretty well, so I'm going to be really nailing those dungeons. But at one point I got to where I could beat this game in about an hour and 40 minutes, which again, I'm not a speedrunner or anything like that, but that's relatively fast considering it would take me hours when I was a kid, and I would, die and have to restart from my respawn point. At one point, I died and I came all the way back to the beginning and I had the best armor and everything, and I had to just go through the whole game again. It doesn't take that long, but just grinding the gold up is kind of a pain. Let me go ahead and get enough to, let's see here. Just in case we need the magic, I'm going to get up enough gold here just to ensure that I can grab some meat from the vendor. That should be enough. Let me just double check. Going back to the item shop. Definitely here to buy. We're going to get that studded mail. And we have to watch that money countdown. No big deal. And we're going to buy one pair of wing boots. Not wing poots, but wing boots. You also see here that the red potions are getting more and more expensive. The further you go in the game, the more expensive items become, but the easier it is to get gold as well. So don't forget to equip your armor. Now our character has a little bit of pink. And here, just gonna do an item check. Didn't actually mean to equip that. And we're gonna go visit the meat guy. Fish guy, meat guy, whatever you wanna call him, dried meat. Absolutely. So, that should be enough. And here we're going to progress, but first we're going to make sure that we set our spawn point, just in case we do happen to game over towards the end of the game. So there's the title, going back to that experience system I was telling you about. It doesn't increase our damage, it doesn't make magic easier to cast, nothing like that. That's the password. Cool thing about passwords is you could boot this game up, put that password in, and it would give you everything that I have currently. So, water from the 3 springs flows into the fountain. Find the 3 springs and return the water to the fountain. This is the first area in the game where you can really get lost and kind of end up backtracking a lot, but hopefully I remember it correctly and we don't end up doing that, wasting time. I hear quite often about a fountain in the sky. When you go down from the town, you'll come to a place where the sky opens above. They say a fountain is in the sky, but you need wing boots. So that's a dead giveaway as what we're going to do with the wing boots, and that's actually where we're going to right now. So we're just going to kill these guys right here. There we go, and we're going to try and land this jump up here. There is an item called Ointment. That is the invulnerability item, but since we have the shield, we will still take magic damage. That spawns here, so we're going to actually just jump down here. We don't need it at the moment. Let me go ahead and kill these guys. We don't need to kill her. We need a special key to enter that building. It'll take a little bit of damage. Cool thing here. I'm actually going to just be a little bit more aggressive here and just take a bunch of damage. I'm going to show you something here. This game provides so many items for you that you don't need to get hung up grinding, having the most full inventory or anything like that. Like, simply by just knowing where some of these item spawns are, I think it's going to be one more here, you can really get ahead in the game and save yourself grinding. So, again, there's another red potion. Press down and B, we're going to top ourselves off. And we're going to get another red potion here. That's what this spot is for. And it's not just a one-time deal. You could totally do that as many times as you needed to. Like if you go 1, 2, and remember it's on the 4th counter, 3, and 4. You would never really have to buy a potion. You could just grind them up right here, and if you get low on health, just use one. But anyway, right now we're gonna need those wing boots, and I don't mind killing the enemies right here just because, again, we're gonna have to grind up that experience if we want that free item later. Down and B, and we're gonna hold the jump button and up. Yeah, it is jumping up, just to make sure there. And just be careful, you can totally fire magic while doing this. And we're gonna avoid these guys. The objective is to just get up here as quickly as possible. And there's the fountain. I always call these guys elders. So we're gonna talk to him and he hits us with the ho ho ho, you know, like he's Santa Claus or something. He's going to tell you about the water of the spring. Oops, falling asleep. The water was poisoned. The poison is almost gone, so it's alright to wake him up. I'm talking about the water like it's a third person. Something is wrong. Oops. But here, remember when I said I'd learned you had to go back and talk to people twice? This right here. If you don't talk to this guy twice, the guru won't give you the key. So he says, get the key from the guru in the Tower of Fortress and search the undiscovered first fountain. Now the goal is to get out of here as quickly as possible. Our wing boots timer is counting down up there. So we're trying to fly back up there to save a little bit of traveling time. So we're going to go over this way. And you can pause and stagger the timer a little bit, but we don't care about that. And let's see. Fly through here. And I'm going to take this hit. Yep. So, if you don't know what key you need as well, this goes back to that having to backtrack a bit. If you hit up on the door, it will tell you that there is the mark of Jack by the keyhole. So we know we need a J key. And our guy is going to use the key. We're going to kill that guy. Now, be careful that you're not holding up and trying to cast magic, because if they hit you into the door and you're holding up, you will exit the building and need to use another key. That bottle up there in the top left where that ladder is, I believe that is poison. There are poison bottles in this game, and they do deal damage to you. So you have to be very aware of that. Got lucky there. Getting that money, because it's going to be important later. And this is where I was telling you earlier too, you could grind food if you wanted to. All you would have to do is exit the room, re-enter, the mobs respawn, and you could top yourself off right here. And the mobs do follow you a little bit. Getting that running start, so you can lead them away from you as well. Okay, now make sure we don't fall. Totally thought we were gonna fall. This guy's gonna jump. In this room here, used to game over or die all the time right here. This, wow. See, there you go, that's not the perfect run. Can't remember everything, you know? But anyway, I thought that was the room with the dragon. There is one in here, and there won't be any boss music or anything. It's also very important that you have your elixir when you come in here, or you'll have to take a detour to go get one. I did tell you earlier that the game provides everything for you that you will need. Make sure we don't fall here. Getting that money. Money, money, money. There's another spring and another elder. They may have a different name, I'm just calling them elders. We're going to want to jump up. We're going to let these flies do their thing. And we're going to talk to this guy. Spring of Trunk. You need elixir to revive the spring. Will you give me your medicine? The spring will flow again. There are 2 more. You'd better go and find them. We've already gotten 1. So here in our player menu, we no longer have an elixir in the bottom, which I never showed to begin with, but it would be down there next to items. The problem now is if we take a fatal hit, we're going to die. Let's talk to him again. As soon as the water flows in the fountain, go to Mascon and find the poison. The dwarves hide, otherwise the elves will be destroyed. So I guess there's some poison that the dwarves are using against the elves. This is the ointment item that I was telling you about. It will grant you invulnerability. It usually will stop magic too if you don't have a shield equipped. But I definitely prefer having the shield than not having it. So now you can see I can walk into these guys, grab their money, and we're going to head up. We're probably going to be passing through that dragon, and we most likely will not have our ointment there. Worst case, we will have to use one of those red potions, which we're going to use a lot of them anyway, simply because, we're going to use them anyway simply because of, we're going to use a little bit of money making here. Oop, that guy totally jumped there. I was not expecting that. So the power of the ointment is gone. That's fine. She's gonna fall. I'm gonna get that money. And we're gonna keep trucking along. So just need to, you can just kill them like that. Make sure you don't miss that jump. There's a poison bottle down there, and that is not an exit. Always call these guys cheese snakes here. They're no big deal. And then we game over. Wow. So again, not a perfect run, so don't think that. We're gonna have to use another J key, and we lost money there, so kind of sucks, but that's okay. It does happen. And you can see that the cheese snake does a lot of damage. So let's go ahead and buy another J key. I did buy one extra simply because we are going to do a little bit of gold farming. And that does set us back a little bit there. But no worries, we're going to get back up there. We'll have to do it the more hardcore way this time. Let's see. Oh, this is just tragic. It's all going downhill now. Let's see here. It doesn't take long for you to lose control of the game. That is for sure. But still no worries. And there's that ointment. That'll be helpful. Also lets us know that we're on count number 4. And re-emphasizing, if you came for a perfect run, this is not it. This is a haven't played this game in several years, hoofing it. Alright, that works too. I guess I didn't really need that J key just yet. I'm gonna come back here and grind up some more items to sell. And let's see. I believe the fountains stay up as well. We'll find out one way or another. We'll know if that guru gives us the key here, if the fountains stay up. Alright. And we're gonna go ahead and get that food there. Knock her off, and then don't miss our jump. Gonna get hit by this guy again. And we're not gonna get faked out by the dragon this time, the imaginary dragon. He's somewhere in here. And we're gonna get her to fall down. But yeah, earlier I did not realize that the cheese snake was doing so much damage to me. And it happens. You get caught off guard. Shouldn't happen again though. Make sure we block that. And I should have just used a potion because we're going to end up using them anyway so that we can stack up an item to sell here. I've been a little stingy with my magic as well. Again, don't miss that jump. Cheese snake is here. It's over here, by the way. Okay, that looks like a dead end. Let me do a little magic cheese here. Being a little dangerous here. Grab that money. And just to be safe, I'm gonna have to use these anyway because I plan to stock up on wing boots here. But let's go ahead and head this way. This guy drops boulders. And earlier I was telling you that the game will always give you everything you need. Here's an elixir, kind of blends in. So now we have that elixir. One thing you don't want to do though is come over here and then spam magic on this guy. But killing him one time, he will drop wing boots. That's the only time, I believe. If you end up casting Deluge on him, you can kind of knock him all the way into the middle of the screen. And let's jump over that. It's way better to get hit by that fly. And we're gonna kill this guy while that guy is above us. And hitting us is fine. We're gonna fall down this hole. Pretty cool stuff. And you can exit off of a ladder, I believe, if you get hit, or you can jump as well. Let's head this way. We're gonna get this little jumping bull. Let that fireball come up, block that one, and we're gonna walk. If you get caught swinging, you won't block the spell, unfortunately. Alright, so this room here is important. Not only is that the Guru's building there, so I don't know which count we are on. I don't know, like I said, all the item spawns in here. But I do know that wing boots will spawn here. Trying to grab that money. Once we know, let's see, it's definitely going to be the next one. So here we go. And that money's not important. So there you go. Holding wing boots. I'm going to go ahead and use one of these potions. And we're just trying to create a lot of space in our inventory. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna kill these guys. If you wait, you can kind of get that money. See, another wing boots. But the plan here is to stock up on the wing boots and then go sell them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. The trick is just to not get tilted or get angry. You will die. It happens. I'm going to use another potion. And since we have the elixir now, it's a little bit easier to go without the potions. So here we go. That's 1. Towards the end of the game, you need so much money to buy items. I guess I messed up. Let's go ahead and do this right here. It's what talking and not focusing gets you. If you ever do lose count, you could just keep clearing the enemies. So that's 2. May have did it 1 extra time. This may be 3 now. The little flies are cooperating anyway. This should be a wing boots here. There's no limit to how many times you can respawn the items. See? And tell you what, I'm just gonna hold this potion. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I think we're making pretty good progress. Actually, I'm going to stop there. Not thinking about the fact that I need to get this key from this guy. So that's the Joker key. And we're actually going to equip that. Or JK, we're not going to equip it in here. We're going to have to hit the right button also to get out of that menu. Okay. There's our wing boots. A little bit out of reach. We want to be careful here. Bait those guys. still get hit. This is actually fine. So we know our counter reset. And we're gonna head over this way. Not too worried about damage at the moment. That's one. Trying to get over here to this town. Real quick, like, let's go sell these wing boots. First here, go get some meat. Again, the title that you get from your guru from experience does kind of dictate how much gold you restart with and respawn with. But other than that, it's not too important. We're gonna go sell those wing boots now. Alright. And we are going to keep one of those wing boots to make a second visit to resell more wing boots. But before we go into the next region, which I call Region 2, we will carry 3 wing boots in there with us. Again, it's all about being prepared. I could have been wrong too. That dragon wasn't in that building there. That tower. So we got one more pair of wing boots to sell. And the reason we're keeping that last pair is I have an extra J key that we're going to use to go back into that tower. We're going to float up, refarm up those wing boots. There we go. So already we've got some big money. And just in case this goes south again, I wouldn't put it past me. Take an L somewhere. We're going to get a new title, Chevalier. And we're also going to get a new password. That's a weird one. Now, there's a trick here. So when you enter the building on the bottom, which is what requires the Joker key, there is a dragon that is immediately going to ambush you. So I'm just killing these guys for the EXP. Again, later we will need that 1800. But we're basically trying to get that ointment to spawn, and then we're going to jump down there and dive in on that dragon. His fire spell will still hurt us, but his physical damage will not hurt us. And one thing you could do if you didn't want to do it with the ointment, you could pick up an extra hourglass in the first tower. That will stop the dragon from firing his fireballs, but it does cost your life, or some form of your life. I can't remember exactly how much. It may be half of what you currently have. But that's another way to kind of, you know, change the fight a little bit if you're looking for something different. But now we're going to go jump down, and we're not too worried about these guys. So I've used the key. We're not going to get knocked out, and we're just start jumping into him, trying to jump over those fireballs, and we're going to kill him. So one little trick here, you can fight this guy a bunch. And the goal here is we're just farming a little bit of money while we can. We have the ointment, we may as well. So doing pretty good. Crazy how we're not getting hit by the dragon, but we died to the cheese snake. Wow. Phenomenal. And now we're gonna go talk to this guy as well. Thank you for coming. I will revive the spring right away. So I'm gonna talk to him again. Remember what I said earlier? I learned a long time ago, talk to everybody twice, that is important. You would have to go all the way back up to that tower, get another Joker key from the guru, come back down here to get this Ring of Ruby. The Ring of Ruby is what's going to allow you to push the rock up there by that tower. So there we go. Now our ointment is gone. So we've actually overstayed our visit here. But that's okay. Nothing to it. Except for it nearly killed me with 3 fireballs. Nothing to it. No big deal. this guy to come down a little bit. I am getting more acquainted with the controller. Each time that I play this game, I have to get used to the kind of floaty, the momentum, the build-up and everything. It does have a certain feel to it. And I'm not going to bother healing here. Well, I say that. Let me go ahead and just put that potion right up there. I'm not going to worry with going the long way this time. Reason being is I'm going to use this potion just in case. I'm going to use the wing boots. And I'm going to have that J key equipped. This is the last J key that we'll be using. So we've used the key. It's really easy to cast your magic when you're holding up as well. The goal now is just to get back up here to the top. So I'm gonna just go up and then come back down. But that wasn't it. Hopefully that fly doesn't do me in. You don't have to come back in here. You could totally progress to the next area. I'm here for the wing boots because I'm trying to get as much money as possible, just so that I don't have to grind as much later in the game. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you don't immediately press up when you're transitioning the screen, the fly will hit you. Happened a few times to me earlier. So now we got our second pair of wing boots. We need 9 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got lucky there. Fly didn't hit me. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are preparing before we go into Region 2. Region 2 can totally be a nightmare. It is where the game really likes to put fake dungeons in there for you. There's 2 dungeons that really don't have anything to them. One dungeon holds an item that is actually bugged. It will make your attacks weaker. The intent was it's supposed to make your attacks stronger, your physical attacks. But unfortunately, a programming error, coding error, whatever it is, ruined that for us. So we're not going to be grabbing that item. It is not essential to the plot. The one item that we need in Region 2 is called a Black Onyx. There's new armor, there's new spells, but the Black Onyx is what will essentially let you progress the plot. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just gonna totally not jump and hit that fly. But anyway, the Black Onyx is what's gonna get you into Region 3. And before you swap regions, you always want to kind of know what you need before, unless you're doing a blind playthrough. But if you are playing blind, just keep in mind you will be traveling back to that previous region more than likely. There's no way, unless you just have played the game before or looked up a guide, that you would know what you need to progress into the next area. So we got 1 more wing boots to get here. That's 3, and perfect. See here. So now that we've got all these wing boots, we're gonna go sell all but 3. Let me jump this time. I love the sounds in this game, especially when the magic hits the wall there. You can see the water animation on that fountain there as well. We're still racking up money. Just take a dive here, and we're gonna fall. That's totally okay. If you fall in that little column there, you can just walk right back up. No big deal. Let's go ahead and sell the wing boots first. We do need to keep 3 of these. You can get them later, but again, I think they're way more expensive. There's a few spots where they drop. If you get lucky, I don't remember those screens, if I'm being honest with you. The game does provide for you, though. Like, you don't have to do all this enemy grinding that I see some people do. I mean, again, if it's fun, the combat system is fun, but you could definitely shorten your playtime with a few simple steps and still have a casual run. Yeah, we're pretty rich. The money is going to be spent before we ever leave Region 2, though. Basically, we need to sell 2 more pairs. And also, I'm not recording this live on Twitch or anything. I do have a Twitch channel. This is more of just a private leisure type deal for me. If the YouTube channel does well, or if people want to see me play it live, that could be a possibility as well in the future. I'm not going to say it won't ever happen. This is the last wing boots to sell. So there you go. 25.6. And now you can see we also have our elixir. I'm going to get 2 packages of meat, please. Just to fully heal. Things are starting to finally look up. Now, in Region 2, there are a lot of dungeons that are just dead ends and will waste your time. I've lost so much time in there and I've made mental notes. Like, I'll probably take it to the grave with me. But I definitely know which one we want. Normally, you would need to buy several queen keys and just have them on hand. We only need 1. Again, I know exactly where we're going in there. That place, I love it, but I also hate it because it can make your game, your gaming session, your journey, your adventure, whatever you want to call it, it can make it kind of miserable. And I accidentally used the wing boots there, so no big deal. And you'll see already that the timer is reduced as well. That's one of the downsides. I did tell myself when I was buying the key to put the key into the item slot so I wouldn't use a wing boot. But again, accidents happen, mistakes are made. We're here for the potions. My ideal mental checklist for this part before going into Region 2 is 3 wing boots. We're going to be 1 short, that's fine. But we're going to get at least 4 red potions. Because again, those things, they get expensive. So we know we need to re-enter. That's 1, 2, 4 times total, 3. And we're going to do 1 more. That's 4. We might even grab a 5th and just use it to heal up so we don't have to stop. 1, 2, 3. And 4. This would be our 3rd. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Power of the wing boots. The wasted wing boots. Let's go ahead and pick up that extra potion. We are looking a little low on health, and I would rather not fight the monsters here for it. The frog-looking guys really throw me off, if I'm being honest. It's 3. And perfect. I wasn't thinking if there's a key requirement to enter Region 2. Can't remember. We could be making a mistake and have to go back to town. Guess I just need to let them jump over me and then hit them. That makes more sense, huh? I have this potion ready to use as well in case we need it. Got the double hit there. Definitely going to take some damage here. Wow. We're just going to go ahead and use it, because we're probably going to get hit a few times anyway. Let me double check this door up here too, just to be sure. Gonna get rid of these guys. Part of me's like, go talk to the guru in case you screw up again. There wouldn't be any fun in watching the video if it was a perfect run though. Unless you're just into speedrunning or something. But I imagine people watch casual players for mistakes. Do we need a key here? There is the mark of queen. Maybe we need 2 queen keys. I'm gonna go buy another one just in case. For some reason I was thinking that you didn't need a key to go in that door there. And again, going back to that backtracking is constant unless you just have like a really ironed out, detailed map in front of you. We just need keys. Let's buy an extra queen key, sir. Watch me get to the tower in region 2 and it need a queen key or a king key or something. There is king keys. Alright, since we're here, I am going to talk to the guru. We do need 18,000 experience points for the next armor. It'll make it free for us. Otherwise, you can buy it. I know it's pretty expensive, but we got veteran this time. Pretty cool. So, pop, pop, pop. And we're going up. Go ahead and put that queen key in the inventory slot. Yep. Beautiful sound effects again. There's something too about jumping, like if you just jump straight up, that you can't change your direction in the air. You have to be previously moving. Also, if you collide with an enemy and strike, you'll fall straight down usually. Which is what happened in the tower earlier on. That I was fighting one of those blue enemies that jump over you. I jumped, struck it, and I fell right through the hole. So this is region 2. And I do know there is a wing boot here. We may actually be on count 4. I'm not sure. I am going to kill this guy if he ever comes down. Yep. So you can see it kind of right here above the door. That is a way to get wing boots, so you don't have to technically go to the tower. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on it. I will try one time, and if I miss the jump, I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, as soon as I take all this damage too. That's why we brought potions. So that's 1. This is 2. 3. And here we go. 4. Make sure you don't fall. There we go. And now we just have to wait for this guy to come up. I was actually leaving to go buy something. I couldn't remember. I had to go back at one point when I played this game, and that's how I learned of this wing boot spawn. But I was like, man, it's a really crappy spawn. And here we are with the DVD logo, you know, just going across the screen, waiting for the fly to come up. He will come. Alright. Now, don't miss the jumps. Got it. So, the wing boots we wasted, we're back in control of 3. Gonna put that key there. The reason I like to hold an item is in case you accidentally get an item or you're not paying attention and you pick an item up, you can, if you have 8 items, I don't believe you can pick up that item. It'll act like you did. Let me reset this guy. These guys are very peculiar. You want to get up here quickly. And now if you don't move, he just stops. You can just attack him and kill him that way. So again, we're not going to move. Almost walked into him there. It's one of my many notorious traits, announcing something that I'm not going to do and then turn around and do it. Let me grab that money. I'm telling you, this game is all about the money. As long as you have it and you're not dying left and right, you're good. Up above us is one of those dead ends. If you go up, you're going to find a tower, have to use a key. I don't even think there's anything in there. So, but this is one of my favorite towns just because of how it's situated on the map here. It doesn't look like you're going into a town. What business do you have here? This is the misty town of Mascon. Someone was talking about that earlier. Let's talk to these guys. And we are playing this on a SNES controller. There are stores outside town. They sell useful items, though it's inconvenient to get there. I wonder if you could find them. Look up while you walk. Yeah, don't accidentally go into one of those empty dungeons. When the meteorite is dissolved in water, it becomes poison, which will bring sickness. It started when the dwarves brought it into the world tree. So we are in a tree currently. We're kind of going up the tree right now. A meteorite landed on the opposite side of the tree. Our hometown is on the left side of the tree. We're on the inside going up, and the meteorite landed on the right side of the tree. So the meteorite, something evil came from that meteorite, but also it's poisonous, as in everybody's changing into these monsters. The world used to not have all these monsters. 180 gold, can't beat it. I would be willing to bet that the hospital is at least 1,000 right now. We're going to talk to this guy twice. And just because I don't remember what is in the item shop, we are going to head over into there and just check. I do know there are magic spells here. You can pick up 2 to 3 in this area. Large shield, we want that. Thunder, and this shop sells Maddox, so this is one of the probably the one shop where you could sell it back if you accidentally grabbed an extra. Large shield is definitely going to blunt magic damage a little bit more, which is great. You saw earlier how much that dragon was doing to me. And we definitely want the thunder magic too. I believe it's a bigger kind of box on it. Hitbox. Perfect. And I don't even know why I'm in this menu. We can't do anything in there anyway. Equip that large shield, it looks the same. We'll equip the thunder magic too, even though the deluge is probably my favorite. I like it because you can just spam it, and you can also shift the enemy's view with it. So the town has been covered in mist ever since the meteorite hit the town. Or some areas might still be burning. Alright, meditated on at the Tower of Suffering. You'll find the tower above a guru. Be careful. Okay. We can exit the town here. And there's that wonderful music. I'm gonna grab this money. So we brought 1 pair of wing boots to access this shop. You don't want to over jump here. I think if you fall here, yep. We're gonna try and do it the normal way. Alright, I think we can just yee-haw it. Making sure that we get these guys. Alright, I think the shop is up here. So normally this shop's a bit of a pain to get to. Let me see if I can bait this guy over here. And you do get momentum on the ladders too, I believe. So watch out for that. We can't bait him. We are going to take a hit here. That's okay. Now, you could use a wing boot to fly up to this shop if you're not good at the platforming. I got pretty lucky there. But in this shop is another item shop. Remember, they were telling you about that in the town. This guy is going to sell the death magic, I believe. And this is the cheapest part where you can get it. Also, there's an hourglass and an elixir. Noticeably, the red potions are only 300 gold here, but the elixir is 4,300. So you can start to see where the items really scale up. We're going to pick up an hourglass later for one of the in-game bosses. Right now, we just want to buy the death magic. And we need the 1,800 experience points before the next town. And we just got to wait for this to count down. So here, if you didn't have the money you needed, this is one of those spots where you could grind. You could just exit and re-enter like this and just kill this mob here. but we're not going to grind there. We're just going to actually fall right off. I was hoping that I would land like that. I'm just thinking where I do need to grind up that EXP. I don't remember what is in this building. I really don't feel like dealing with that guy. That might be one of those dead ends. I know it's not the right place. So had to take a hit there, no big deal. Just stand still, hit him. We're gonna jump up here. The thunder magic is great for the flying enemies because it has that wider hitbox on it. And this is one of the areas where you would need the wing boots, I believe, specifically right there. We're gonna jump over this way. And boop, boop, boop. These shops, there is a secret in one of these shops. I don't remember which one it is, and I'm really not too bothered with it. This guy is a guru, and I didn't want to come in here. I don't think we need this guru. He's going to give us a new title, which is great. But we're going to get hit by the guy when we come out. I'm going to try and book it to the left. There's a new password for us. Alright, book it. Didn't make it. But this is probably where we're going to get that I kind of like that there. Yeah, that feels good. And when I say it feels good, I mean the EXP grinding. We need 18,000 EXP. And basically, the next town, I know there's an armor upgrade and you can buy it. Or if you have 18,000 experience, one of the townspeople will give it to you. And it's going to save you the money. The final spell in the game costs 15,000 gold. I'll never forget it. Using my dad's password one day, I sat there grinding the mobs at the town, which the mobs at that point in the game are pretty sucky. But I ended up being able to buy the magic, and the magic has its uses. Like, it costs the majority of your magic bar, but it fires into an arc kind of into the sky. And the last few dungeons in the game, it has monsters that kind of cling to the roof, and it really does help deal with them. But there's a few tricks you can do. If you've played the game before, you'll know about it. If you're watching this video and you completely watch the video, you'll know about it. That we won't really need to rely on it too much. This is one of the more time-consuming parts of the game too. You can be hearing this music a little bit, but hey, if you're not about it and you're watching this on YouTube, just skip ahead. It's only going to be a couple of minutes here. Maybe like 10 minutes. The NES truly has some of the best games ever to me on it. Started playing between the ages of 2 and 3, I believe. And the first game that I ever played was Legend of Zelda. My dad would play it all the time. And he would leave the controller when he went to the bathroom, or if he was cooking and playing at the same time, I would run over there and grab it, get him killed, you know. I didn't know what I was doing. But the sounds, the visuals, I was just completely hooked. And I spent the large portion of my life playing these NES and SNES titles. I do play new games as well, newer generation games. And I'll probably upload some of those too. I just have to figure out the whole capture card situation. And I'm hoping that this video is going to go up in 1440p. Let's see. About 4,000 more experience. And also, I guess this is a good time to kind of explain why there's a cat in the video. So the whole channel is called Big Dumb Cat Gaming, and our cat, he's 19 years old. It's really my wife's cat, and I'm more of like the best friend to the cat. But anyway, his name is Andy, and Michelle, my wife, was watching this documentary, and cats apparently view us as big dumb cats. And Andy loves to watch video games. He loves to watch Elden Ring. He loves to watch like King of Dragons. He loves Skyrim. And he'll sit there and move his paws to it while I play. And he'll just be completely fixated on everything that's moving on the screen and the sounds. His ears tense up. He's just the most adorable little cat ever. So I kind of decided to name the channel after him and myself. So he always refers to me as his big dumb cat. He's got a cat tree behind me, but he's not in it at the moment. This is his nap time. And trust me, he is super spoiled. He's got a cat tree in like every window. But you might occasionally see him back there. It's going to be rare though. He loves to sunbathe. We're doing pretty good. Money's looking good. Looks like we made back most of the money we just spent on the death magic, which I haven't even used yet. And I do know there is an item. It's either in this room that I'm going in and out of, or it's on the opposite side. I just can't remember. I don't even remember what it is. But if you were to kill that monster in there, that bird-looking thing, you would have to cast magic on him to do so. Which I guess I could do here, just to show you. I'm going to use the death magic, even though I don't like it. Knocked him out in one hit. But you can't use a weapon in there, so it's really, I don't think it's good value, but who knows, the item may be pretty good. But I wouldn't know. Then before it's like wing boots. Yeah, I don't know about that item. It's just wing boots, no big deal. $13K more. Not 13K, but 1,300. 13K and I would have already been in Region 3 by now. I've been piecing it like later skater. Let's see. Yeah, this is actually pretty enjoyable for me, just cruising through this whole game. Really a lot of nostalgia. And I used to play it yearly. I had a point where I would play games like this, Earthbound, Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy. Like, I love all the Final Fantasies. If you ask me my favorite, it's going to be the first Final Fantasy ever for NES. Played that game entirely too much. And we're talking about before I could even read. Like, just going based off the booklet, the pictures, which I do have over here beside me. That's actually going to be the next game that I play through. Just because I've had that itch, along with Faxanadu, or Faxanadu, I don't really know how to say it. I hear Fax and I hear Fa. But definitely the next game I play is going to be FF1 on the NES. And I may split it up because it's a pretty long game. I may do like 30-minute segments. This video is just coming up as a all-together, if it lets me, it's going to be all-together one video. And it looks like we could have fell right there, which is fine. We're going to let this guy just come on and fall off. We're going to keep that momentum. We're going to roll right on through. We're going to take a look up here. That looks dumb. I don't like it. It looks like a fake building to me, fake tower. Here we have to use wing boots, so we're going to go ahead and just pop one. And here we go. We're going to knock him off. And we're going to totally have an accident here. A little seizure. I could be wrong, but I believe that enemy up there is glitched out, and that's the only time you'll see that enemy. Again, could be wrong on that. Let me go ahead and pop a potion. I don't want to use my elixir accidentally here. Being greedy, you know. Like earlier in the tower. We're gonna fly up here since we still have those wing boots. I'm gonna dispatch this guy, and the next town is over here. I always like to think of this as like a little fortification. There's our guru. What town is this? I thought she was about to hit us with the classic, it's dangerous to go alone. Not even gonna go, well. The wing boots are gone. One of these buildings has a guide that will give us the next armor. Let's talk to everybody. Almost forgot. Little foreshadowing here. There's a magic cane which will give you magic power. It just makes your magic spells do more damage. When you hold the dwarf's meteorite in your hand, it will become black onyx with power inside. Okay? The power is it's going to cause one of you to give me a special key. Let's talk to these guys. I think this is the room. I'm lost. My magic does not work. Okay. Sucks. The door to the capital town below is open. Go to it now. Maybe we need the title first. Maybe it's specifically bound to the title at 1800. Let me see. Let's go talk to our guru buddy. I didn't want to do it too soon, but here we go. We'll just go back and talk to him after I get everything. I shall give you the title of soldier. Make sure you live up to it. Okay. You need peace of mind. I definitely do. Thank you. And let's dip. And let's just talk to these guys just to be safe. There's a magic cane. Press the B button if you don't want to hear them out. Okay, I don't think it's these guys. I think it's in the other room, the bar. We are running off of memory here. I'm lost. My magic does not work. Yeah, we know. It was only a rumor. Sorry about that. I got this armor in exchange for a bottle. If you wish, you can have it. There's the full plate. So now we don't have to buy it. And I mean, we could at this point, but now we have armor on our feet as well. Let's go talk to this shopkeeper and see what we got. Yeah, so there is more than one shop with Matic. Let me buy an extra potion just to be safe. How many potions we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell you what, that's 3, that's 3. Let's buy one more. Let's just be safe. I mean, we got the money. I don't think we'll have money issues as long as we're killing regular enemies on the path. I would much rather be safe. I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and throw this queen key in there. I'm just trying to think. Gonna get magic here. Oops. Sorry, I jumped on your counter, dude. 250. It's no joke. The hospital is literally in the thousands towards the end of the game. Like, it's way too inflated. Let's go in here and talk to the guru again. You need peace of mind. Yes. I'm gonna let this password sit for just a second in case you want to grab a picture of it just to pick up where I am here. Should have been doing that all along, huh? Lack of foresight on my part. But now we need to go get that black onyx everybody's talking about. And here's a new enemy. Some squids. These guys are gonna drop food or meat, whatever you want to call it. And I'm gonna jump right into him, which is exactly why we have that full plate. Now, we don't really need the experience anymore. It's just gonna hurt us at this point. So let's go this way. This little tentacle guy here gives meat. Gonna bait her to fall there. I said her. That could totally be a dude in there. A little swarm of bees. They like to stick to you. Now, there are spots you can fall through. This little foreground animation here, the mist, it can cover things up, so just be careful. There's plenty of food, though, in this part of the game. Like, there's no reason you should ever really die here. Unless you're just being very careless. Hey, that's me, Mr. Careless. I do believe this shop here, and it's always tucked away. It's real easy to miss. And again, I don't care if these guys hit me. I can just get some food over there. I believe this guy sells the fire magic. And fun thing about fire is when you hit an enemy with it, I could be wrong, but I remember it shoving them against the wall. Like it'll send them away from you. It can be magic of justice or a magic of destruction. It all depends on who uses it. Yeah. At least we saw that room again. I guess we do see that guy again. He sells us the fire magic. You know what I mean? Like in the beginning of the game, I was like, you probably won't ever see these guys again. It did send her to the other side of the wall. There you go. It sends him. Could have glitched out. I'm actually going to go back to the deluge. And I'm going to get my health back here really quick. I don't believe we go up and to the left. I believe we go to the top right and go around. I think there's another one of those useless towers there, just to waste your time. Like, you could spend several hours here if you just didn't know what to do. And here, we're going to wait, let this guy fall, and we're going to get a little bit of momentum. We're going to go. Got our bees. These are not the bee's knees. I'm going to try and get this food here too. One more. Being super greedy with our potions. There you go. But why not? I mean, there's squids right here to heal from. Yeah, that's the building I was talking about earlier. My mind is a little fuzzy, but I do know that that's not the right one. I was going to try and dip into this room here, but this is actually to region 3. You need the ace key. This guy, he's beating on a drum. He's going to hit you no matter where you are on the screen, and that also is poison. So we're going to jump over it. JK, we're going to run into it. Oh. The hitbox is pretty big, apparently. I don't believe we need to be up there. I could be wrong. Yeah, we need to be up there. There's no way. Got him before he blasted us. Got our momentum going. I will say I definitely noticed that the momentum picks up a lot quicker with the increased rank. So that's good information. As I sit here stuttering trying to fight these frog guys. I don't know if there's anything up there or not. I was just thinking, man, what if you used wing boots there? Was there anything up there? Got a new enemy here. Let's see if we can get him to... Oop. There you go. He kind of hovers in the air a little bit there. Oop, we're going to dodge this. Is this a chance to get some squid? Restore our life? Yes, please. If I remember, this dungeon could be a little nasty. There we go. We don't need that coin, even though it's at the bottom. And we're going to get knocked back. That's okay. Let's see. Not this time. And this is the one, in true tradition, the one that is the furthest away, the most pain in the butt to get to, is going to be the one you need to go into. It's the Mark of King, and let me tell you about messing up. Mentally, I knew I only needed one queen key. Mentally, I was like, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's a queen key, 2 queen keys. We gotta go back to town now and get a king key. Pretty funny considering I sound like I know what I'm doing at the beginning of the video. This is just one of those live and learn situations. Let's just dip out over there. Try and save a little bit of time here. The last bit of the game will go fairly quickly though, so you do want to enjoy it while you can. And we've only been recording for about 1 hour and 30 minutes anyway. Tell you what, I'll just go up in here. Let me hold a potion, because we don't need that queen key. Hello, I sell keys. What would you like? We're going to sell, and please sell queen keys. Thank you. Get rid of that. And we're just gonna need that one king key. We will need more before we leave this area, but for now, one is more than enough. There you go. 1,500 for our key. It's a very, very pretty important key, you know what I'm talking about? Let's go into the meat vendor, but we can get it right here. Oh. 250 gold to restore my life and magic, please. All right, take 2. And I'm just gonna kind of dip through these now that I kind of have a refresher on what is here. Again, I don't think we need too much more money. I know there's the final shield that you can buy, and I know there's the next step up for your weapon. But, and then the tilt magic. It's, hey, don't get tilted, you know. Tilt magic is 15. I'm just going to go ahead and say both the next shield and sword are going to cost 10,000. So we do need a little bit more money. At least 10,000, I should say. I don't even know why I care. I'm not going to use the tilt magic. That way leads to the... I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that either. Let's see. King key, please. We'll let this bad boy fall. The, what's that saying? Yeah, we're not even really going to use the tilt magic. I much prefer deluge and, death and fire. That was pretty quick. I think he moves faster than you can swing, but if you get it just right. Careful, I'm pretty sure that guy can reach you through the wall there. Alright, no poison this time. Getting pretty lucky. And let's get these jumps. Nailing it. Saving my magic. I don't remember the dungeon layouts. I just don't want to die in there and game over. Or have to restart. That'd be a lot of money wasted, and there is some points in there where it does get pretty hairy. Let's go ahead and just go over. Jump right into that fireball. Why not? Just rush in a little bit, but there is a squid up here that we can get life from. I'm just gonna head on up. Okay. Going back to when you collide with an enemy in the air, you do lose your momentum and you'll fall through the hole, so just be aware of that. Spamming the attack button with no rhyme or reason, just hoping to get lucky there. Alright. Can we go in? And I do remember there is a guy with a morning star right across the moment you walk in. Don't get knocked out. So this is why I like the deluge magic. You see how I turned him away from me there? But I'm walking into him, so it doesn't matter. That's why we bought those potions. Let's see. These guys surely can't be that big of a deal. There you go. Need a little bit more money anyway. And just in case... Don't know what I'm doing there. And hey, look, an ointment. Totally by accident, but don't think for a second we're gonna ignore it. Yeah, let's use this. Let's grab the ointment. I am free from injury because of the ointment. Great. Is this a dragon? This is a dragon. And his fireballs do go through. Get up and over. Get up on him. Handle business. Oh, look, that's a new enemy. It's kind of like a robot. At least that's what I always thought they were. They probably do a ton of damage too. I should not be just sitting up on top of them, regardless if I have the ointment or not. Those guys act like the brown guys with the swords. If you stand still, you can hit them before they hit you. That was fast. Let's see. Man, we're losing the ointment right before, man. Let's prep up with some death magic. Let's make sure we have a red potion at the ready. Let me actually bait this guy to jump that way. And let's waste this potion. I'm really bad about doing that. Let's get another potion. This guy is not too bad if you could just get him into a loop here. There you go. I used all my magic though, so. Yeah, I'm really bad with this controller. This is a new controller too. My other one quit working. But pressing down and activating the item while trying to just jump off the ladder, not the most ideal. But it's okay, we still have our wing boots. We've got 3 potions. Let's burn one here. I don't know how much damage that robot's going to do, so we're gonna play it safe. It's not that bad actually. So we do need the money. But how important is the money right now? Money is the root of all evil, so could get us killed, you know. And let's be ready. The dragon's gonna be here. Hey, he's not doing nearly the same amount of damage. I was ready to press that potion. And let's see if we can't abuse this here. That's 1, 2. Yeah, we don't care about that guy. 3. I think this is gonna be 4. See if we can get one of these, yeah, there you go. Get the ointment. And I'm gonna try and save that potion. I don't want to waste it. I don't know where you can get more potions. I'm sure there's a map or an area where you can farm it, or a screen where you can farm potions. But these guys here are kind of tricky too. They're not too bad if you're not trying to jump into them like I was earlier. But really, I just know we need the gold. Cannot stress the gold enough to you in this game. Okay. That ointment is really helpful. I would have gotten hit several times by now. Once we get to where our squiddy boy is, we'll be good. I'm just kind of pushing it a little bit here. Yep. So, this is going to let us... Wow, I did not want him to do that. I didn't want to do this either. It's going to take a second now. This is going to let us get our life back, is what I was going to say. So we don't have to expend our potion here. Gonna kill another one just to be safe. We're going back to town. We're gonna hit up the meat vendor as well. But this will let us take a hit or two. Be extra safe. Looking good. Let me think. I was like, wait a minute, did I forget the key? I think you get the key in that room where the poison got me earlier. Grab this food. Let's fall back here. We need to come back here anyway. 1, we're gonna get all our magic back. We need to buy, I think, 3 king keys. No, we need 2 king keys since we used 1. This water is super good. One more time, please. May as well do it while it's cheap, right? And so we're gonna get 1 key for having the black onyx, which is there. So we need to go over here. We definitely need 2 king keys, so... yeah, I'm gonna need 2 of these, buddy. I didn't even talk about that second boss that I fought there. That's going to become pretty much a regular enemy through the end of the game. But that's your first time seeing him, I think. You want to get him against the wall and hit him with magic, kind of like we did. You make quick work of him that way. I did take a little bit of extra damage getting into the arena with him. Let me see. I need to shut up and think about this. So I got 6 items technically. There's going to be an extra key that I pick up, but I'm going to use it pretty much immediately. I kind of want to get 2 more potions. Potions towards the end of the game cost over 1,000. I don't remember exactly how much. So let's get 1. Let's at least grab another one. I've already got the fire magic too. I don't even know why I care. I'm not going to use it that much. It's literally all about deluge and death for me. Thunder and fire have their very niche usages, in my opinion, unless you're just trying to get enemies away from you. Okay, so that's 3, so we can, perfect. And I think we're ready to go. So, region 2, short-lived. Not too many mistakes here. Go ahead and get down here. Hit that guy, just don't want to take the damage. And I'm going to be very raw with everybody on the channel. Like, I'm not going to be editing out deaths. If there is something that might be annoying, I might edit it out, like if I'm having to grind some battles to hit certain... this is just an example. Let's say I go and play Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest 1, and I've got to grind to proceed to the next part of the game. I might cut that out. That does get old. I might show the enemies and cut it out. But what I'm really talking about is if I make a mistake, I'm keeping it in there for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope it's hilarious to watch me suffer. Because I'm not perfect. I do make mistakes. We all do. And I usually just play kind of whatever I feel like. But if there is traction on the channel and people are wanting to see or kind of suggest games, that's totally cool too. And I love how that coin just fell through the world there. Let's try and get a double here. And that's what we get. And there we go. Totally falling through the world now. Didn't have enough speed. And you know what? Let's rush. Let's beat this guy over there. No big deal. We're already back in action. And that coin doing the same thing again. Perfect. We're going to let that guy fly over us. Getting smart. Almost made the same mistake again. I just love how the tips of the tower kind of peek through the mist here. It's so wonderful. Yeah. This guy is going to give us that key. As long as there are crazed dwarves, the deadly threat of the meteorite will loom over the elves. I guess these guys are the elves, huh? Maybe we're the elves, you know? Use this key to open the next door to get to Conflate. Fight for the elves! The A key. And I don't know why I'm in here, because you can't equip it. Done that 3 times now. I'm not going to kill this guy right there. Alright, so this is the key for this door right here. And after this, we'll be in Region 3. We're in the branches now. Get new music. Everything's a little different. I believe there is a jump in this region that will take you back to the beginning of the game if you're not too careful. I've seen that happen before. But we're going to be, or try and be safe. I'm not a fan of these guys. And... is there something over here? I thought I saw it change. Wow, this is super lucky. I just saw that little tile there change, and I was like, did something just spawn? So that's an item room. That's an ointment item room. See, I've played this game. I'm 34 years old, and I've played this game for over 30 years. And I'm still learning things about it. This just blows my mind. Alright. I do remember you do want to take the poison hit and go left, or not left, right, sorry. It's pretty hard to jump over. We almost cleared it. Power of the ointment is gone. Forgot I even had it. I'm so not used to having that here. Yeah, don't worry about that poison hit. You're going to get food back right there. And these guys are going to grief you one last time with their magic. Oh, haven't seen this dude in a while. I am a guardian of the guru. He is an important person. Well, I'd like to think everybody's important. The town is surrounded by doors for protection. Doors? Okay. We'll talk to that guru in a second here. I'm looking for the item shop. This is, I think, where we get our next weapon. Trading town called Conflate. Cool, love the name. Please tell me you have that weapon. I can't remember. There's only like 2 or 3 more towns. Perfect, the weapon and the shield and wing boots in case we need them. And now we just wait. I should have drank my water now. There's no way to skip it, so you just gotta let it roll. Thank you for shopping. Hey buddy, we're gonna take that shield too. Yes sir. So the good news is we just need 15,000 and a little bit of gold for keys and potions, maybe an extra pair of wing boots if we have to use one. But the 15,000 for Tilt, the last spell, just to get it and say we got it, I think we're pretty good. We're gonna clear it. Awesome. Now, this is one of my favorite parts of the game. Let's put the shield on before I forget. And let's throw that blade on. So we have the level 3 armor, weapon, and shield. And always love this weapon. Let's talk to these guys. Earlier in the video, I did say that before you could use all of the final weapons and armor, you had to get every single piece. This is pretty much our last armor until we get that armor, but we do need to go collect it to get into the final area of the game. Let's talk to this guy again, because I totally did not read it. Used to go to the town of dwarves quite often when we had business with them. Okay. The town used to prosper from trading with the dwarves. That's what I hear. Can we go out to the right? Nope, that's a dead end. Let's go talk to our guru guy and most definitely shorten our wing boots even more. I shall give you a title, Myrmidon. I kind of like that one. Make sure we live up. I'm going to throw the password up again, just in case you guys want to start at Conflate, or if you're following along and you just want to use the same password. You can hit pause on the video and copy it, take a picture and put it in. I definitely recommend the picture because the O's and the zeros, there's a big difference, but they look the same, you know. A lot of people confuse that. And also, my guy put KFC in the password here, and that is just sending all the wrong vibes right now. I would love some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Look at me sitting there like I'm about to LOS that spell and just totally get blasted by it right in my face. Let's go to the far left first. Let's knock this guy off. The reason we don't want to kill him first is so that we can touch the poison and then kill him. Stabbing him with our pitchfork here. It's really a blade with 3-pronged tips. Now this one, we can avoid a little bit of maneuvering there. So this is the king key, I believe. So you get this armor, it's called the battle helmet and the battle suit, and basically you need the final weapon. I'm not going to spoil the name. To equip everything, we're going to try and bait these guys to come down. But one of the pieces of the armor is to the far left here. And you wouldn't know this unless, again, you've played the game or you were just exploring, you know? It's just, you gotta learn where everything is. So this guy is way easier to deal with. I'm gonna throw a king key in just in case. So the goal is to get him right here. And we're just gonna jump kind of in sync with him. We're gonna keep him there. And there is the battle helmet. The trick is really not to panic on those guys. If you get him out in the open, we want to bait him into this spot here, walk past, and punish him. We want to jump with him when he goes to jump over us, and he can't jump over us if we're stabbing him and poking him into the wall there. Can you guys come on and beat it? I don't want to take the damage, because I don't really know. I need to pick up the Hourglass too, before I forget. You can grab one in the early part of the game and carry it all the way through. Some people do that, and they use it on the second to last boss. I just like to get it in this region. It's not too far out of the way. Perfect. And we're not too worried about this here. There is a tricky part in the game here where if you don't have like ointment or wing boots, let me heal up here just to be safe. There's probably a way to heal up there as well. Don't know why I'm being so greedy. But there's a tricky part right here in this game where you can get stuck from one of the mobs. Like he just hits you and knocks you off every time. It's very frustrating. I've used the key, so that's our other key. Starting to get a little nervous. I'm starting to think maybe I needed more. Let's check this place out here. Look at me running into the wall there. Clearly I need to go up. I think this is that spot where, will allow me to get knocked out of the way. I think this is that spot where you can fall to your doom here. Let me see if I can just give us a little space. And here we go. Oh, we made it. Now, don't hold me to that. You know, it may just wrap around. But I do remember falling accidentally and somehow winding back up at the beginning of the game. You know, stuff like that you don't really forget. Let's not get knocked off here. I think we go down. Can I grab this coin? Just in case. We are kind of getting pummeled. So we will need another king key. Let's hold on this potion. We're going to use it right here. Not use our elixir. We did get hit again. This is that spot I was telling you about. That guy, if you're coming up from the bottom right here, you can get stuck right there, and it's miserable. That guy will just hit you and punish you, and they do a ton of damage too. Okay. There is another town over here that does sell king keys. Again, if you just stand still and swing your sword, those guys won't get you. I don't remember what is down here. Let's take a quick look. There's the rod. I'm pretty sure it's on the opposite side of that key. So let's walk this way, fight this guy there. And let's get up here. I do know this room here has wing boots, but it's kind of uncomfortable to get. You have to do all this climbing right here. But if you did need wing boots, you could kill all the monsters here. You could also fall through this foreground object. But you can kill all the monsters here until they pop up on the screen. This is going to be the last, or second to last town, I believe. Yes. I can't remember the name, though. Hello, I sell tools. What would you like? I'm pretty sure you've got the tilt magic. Yep, 15 big ones right there. And you can see red potions are 1200, so it's much better to expend that potion than to lose the elixir. This magic here, it is the one that kind of, it arcs, it goes down and then fires at an angle like that. It has its niche uses. It's very powerful against the last two bosses of the game. I'll even show it off here just once. I mean, I bought it, I may as well use it, right? So you'll see it come down and then fire up at an angle. But going back to the deluge, and we're gonna go over to the meat store. Not used to seeing two people here. What's up? Wow, when did you last take a bath? I mean, we're only 2 hours into it. Quit hating, lady. 500? I mean, still cheaper than the hospital. We may, just for fun, go see what the hospital price is as well. What does she say? I have friends in Dartmoor, which is known as an evil place. Okay. Is there another side to this? There is. Let's talk to these people. Got plenty of time. We'll probably finish this game up in like 20 minutes though. Is this your first visit to this store? It is my first. Well, I don't know how you got here, considering everything's going crazy. Did you get the battle suit? No, I've got the battle helmet and it will not let me use it. Let me show that off. Not here, but here. See, it won't let you use it. You gotta have the suit and the weapon, final weapon. They'll tell you about it in one of these towns. You are the famous warrior. You are as good looking as I've heard. One lady's telling me I stink, one's saying I look good. I mean, wow. Look for the battle suit. The game is literally telling us everything we need to know. Let's go talk to the Big G, the guru. Yep. There's the password. Feel free to pause, take a picture if you want to. And let's go stop at the key store. How many spots do we got? We got 4 total, I think. 8 in the bag and 1 in the hands. Yeah, let's get some of these keys. These are even cheaper than before, huh? Just thinking, you know, I think we'll need one more key because we got to go back to Conflate. I do remember getting stuck here plenty of times that you need a, I'm just going to kill this bird one more time and pick up another key really quick. I've been stuck here plenty of times looking for the last ring to get into the region 4 or the last area of the game, to know that you have to go back to Conflate to get it. The guru that is guarded by the knight, there's a reason that's there. It's to kind of give you a hint that, hey, maybe that guy is important. They even tell you he is. So you go back and talk to him and he'll give you a ring. But I was just trying to think, is that 2 keys or 1 key? Worst case though, we can just sell it when we come back and stock up on potions. We're in the end game now, so, and we're getting knocked back this way. Stupid bird. Let me, I'm just gonna take a chance and kill it and see if those wing boots will spawn. Even though I can't pick them up, really. I think they spawn right here where my character is. Let's see. Let's get this battle suit. Not about getting hit by that guy, but I will kill him for the money because we're broke. Gonna need something to buy those potions with. Make sure we don't fall down there. Make sure we do fall down here. Okay. Alrighty. We'll throw in one of those keys. So we do need that hourglass too. Please do not forget to go get the hourglass and do not get knocked out of the room. That is wild. I never knew that mattock was there either. Pretty weird bait. There's a poison, I believe, as well. I'm kind of skeptical. Okay, so this room here, I think this is the hourglass. That's 1. Let's go 2, 3, and 4. Let's see what happens here. There you go. This one, strangely enough, appears and you don't have to kill everything for it. Do I have room for this? Okay. So we can grab this hourglass. And I hate to say it, but I think I'm a little lost. I don't remember where the battle suit is. Luckily, everybody was reminding me I still needed it. I don't think it's up there, or has anything to do up there. So we can't go that way. I definitely missed something. Do you gotta go down there? I might have to burn a wing boots here. How many potions we got? Let's burn one. Alright. Please do not make me regret checking this out. And I know there is an ointment down here somewhere. I just don't remember where. This is the way towards the, it's right in this room. Because the magical rod is above us. So I think we're on counter 2 at the moment. Yeah, the magical rod is here. We're gonna pick that up first. The boss that we need is to the right of this room here. And to be honest with you, let's just go ahead and get this food and let's see if we can get this ointment to spawn here. If it's not ointment, it's wing boots. And you can barely tell it's going to be behind the foreground here. There it is. It's wing boots. You can tell because it's a little blue. That's cool. As long as we just have a way to get out and not get stuck here. Woo! Almost jumped into him. Let's bait him over here. Yep. Now it's our game to lose once we get him in the corner. And we're losing. That's okay. We got these potions. You can really bully them once you get them in there with the magic like that. So we got the battle suit. That's great. We'll need 2 wing boots for the ending of the game. And we've got our 2 keys. I think we only need 2. I was overthinking it earlier. No big surprise there. We're gonna head back this way. And we're gonna burn one of those wing boots right here because I just want to check, see if there's a ointment. I really remember there being an ointment down here somewhere. I'm just gonna kill these guys. I don't know why I'm thinking that there is. This should be 3, but I am killing them too in case I need more potions. Potions are gonna be expensive, so. Let's kill one more time. Okay. Let's fail this jump. I don't even know why I'm jumping it. I just used the wing boots. Because that guy is gonna, you know, just truck it right into us. There we go. Let's get out of his way. We gotta go back to the other town now. I'm gonna bully them with some magic. Ah, that's right. You need the key king to get through here. You don't need it to leave, but you need it to come back in. And don't get knocked out of it by holding up accidentally there. Some of this, the game, it's like, it's built into your mind. Like, some things you just don't forget, like getting knocked out of rooms and stuff. Like, we're gonna play it safe here. Wow, that was unfortunate. We got in there though. Woo! Scary. We are pretty much in the crunch zone now. We are almost in go mode, as I call it. Go mode means we're ready to finish the game. Let's fall down right here. Grab this food. So again, we had to come back here to talk to the guru. He's going to give us another ring. There's a door that will not let you enter it without a ring. First things first, let's get some meat. Guru can wait. He's an important guy, but he's waiting. Reason we need the meat, obviously going to need some magic here. There's 2 more big bosses left to deal with in the game. And the last 2 bosses are kind of back to back. I'm not even going to risk it. I'm going to get this last little bit of magic. You never know. I might start goofing. Don't rely on your magic power alone during the last fight against the dwarves. You can wear the battle helmet and battle suit only when you have the Dragon Slayer. So there's the last weapon. Spoiler alert. You will not be able to return us the Dragon Slayer until we have true peace here. This ring will open the door to Dartmoor. Take it with you. Ring of Dwarf. Yep. Nice. How many potions we got? Because I just remembered there's one final item spot that I remember that you can abuse. We got our Hourglass, we got 1 potion, 2 wing boots. We're gonna have this king key here. I don't really want to do it. There's a hospital there. You know what? Just to show it off, let's do it. I should have did it before the meet. This guy is on his throne. Do you want a treatment? It is 1800 gold. How about no? And if you hit the B button, it does cancel the thing without buying it. Goofed on that at the start of the video. So there is a spot inside Dartmoor to get potions, and I was just thinking about it before we head that way. Truthfully, I was. You go in and you head to the left, and there's a spot in the top left corner, I believe. But now that I'm thinking, I think it's an item shop, and I don't want to deal with that. So I might just buy the potions. I have the gold. I mean, I may as well. This is where you can also really mess up. Conflate back there where the guru was. I don't think they sell keys. So if you don't go to the next town and get the keys and have a key to get back in, you're going to be going back to the misty town to pick up those keys. And again, we're going to just pop him twice here. And we're going to make this jump. We are killing it. Might have had that hiccup early in the video, but we are definitely back on track. Now we're not on track. Spoke too soon. Now we are totally goofing. Is there like a wall there? Yeah. We're not worried about that guy. There's Andy the cat. Need to quit looking at him through the side of my eye. Focus on what I'm doing. Yeah. I don't think you can clip those guys when they're in that spot. You have to use magic. I could be wrong on that too. I just don't think you can. Again, not the first time that I'm wrong. Make sure we jump down it. Hey, there they are. Totally by accident, by the way. I don't think you guys would think that I would lie to you, but just in case. Now let's see if we can check this place out. Where are we at in items? So we got the wing boots. We can definitely hold 4 more potions. Let's stock up at the meat guy first. Home stretch. 500, sure. Yep. Thank you. Let's do it one more time for me, please, sir. 2 hours and 13 minutes into this. Let's finish it before 2:30. And we need potions just to be safe. Things can go horribly wrong on the second to last boss. I do consider him to be more difficult than the last boss. I think most people do. I can't sell these wing boots here. By the way, he doesn't have wing boots to buy, so you can't sell them to him. Stocking up on these potions. We may goof and mess up a wing boots anyway, so having one extra is not a big deal. Alright, are we decked out? You think we're decked out, Andy? Man, he is about to start throwing himself a fit. We had room for one more potion, so why not? I mean, we're about to be in go mode. And put that potion there just in case any accidents happen. We are going to miss one item to fill out our full menu here, but again, that item, you get it in region 2 where the mist is, and it actually makes you do less damage. The magic rod that we picked up there, the kind of dagger looking thing with a snake on it, I guess that's a snake, right beside the Onyx, that actually works as intended. The other one, I think it's a pendant, it does not work as intended. Let me see if we can just... Wow. We are already taking tons of damage. This is why we buy those potions, right? This is why we hoard money throughout the whole game. There is one more town. It's my favorite town. I just love the name, Dartmoor. If you really wanted to, you could farm that guy for food, but we're not. The ring lets us in. That door would not open if you did not have that ring from Conflate. And the item that I was talking about earlier is at the top up there to the left. There will be a shopkeeper area there with enemies inside. We just want to fall there. And I don't think we can go in here. Oh, you can. It's a shopkeeper. Hey, I don't think you can go in there. Presses up. Oh, you can. Who would have thought? I shall give you a title, superhero. Make sure you live up to it. Let's put a password on the screen just in case anyone's watching and they just want to start at Dartmoor. There you go. No KFC this time. Let's check out the last bar. There's hardly anybody in this town. Search inside the castle. You should find a guru. That's a pro tip right there. Let's check in here just to see. Just our meat guy. There's a key guy and an item shop. Probably the last item shop and last key guy in the game. I know this guy sells potions because I remember grinding them. Trying to beat the second to last boss. 2,000 is a lot. Alright. Is there anybody in here to talk to? Nope. Well, I do think we are about to finish this up. I've been saying that for a good minute now. We've got 13 minutes to make it on time for 2:30. Let's go ahead and take this hit here. We're going to take the fall, and we're going to get here, hit here. May as well take it. Let me just go ahead and grab money and stuff, because I've been greedy the whole game. I may as well not stop now. Alright, that's pretty cool. I do kind of remember where we need to go, and we got a new enemy here. I do think we have to jump up right here. These flies, we do kind of want to be careful. Dispatch them before we continue. Yep, there's poison there. So this area here that you see, this is you have to beat the second to last boss to enter here. You'll get a ring, I think. And that's the last dungeon, the red door down there. And the last boss is right there. I mean, we do want to go up here. Going down and to the right, unless you want to burn a pair of wing boots. It won't do you any good. And let's bring this guy over here. Let's jump up here. Jump and attack. Pretty cool. I'm holding on to this potion. We still have our elixir, and the reason I was holding it is for our food guy. Super greedy as always. Alright, I'm gonna actually farm up some food here. JK. There goes that plan. Look at those guys down there. Just camping. Bunch of dorks. Alright, second to last dungeon. Things are definitely gonna get a little spicy in this one. There is another cheese snake in here, and we're gonna make sure that we do not goof on the cheese snake this time. Oop. I was trying to avoid that. Let's bait these guys over here. then we'll go fall off, and now we'll deal with them. Taking our time. Oh man, I haven't seen these guys in a minute. Kind of goofing on them too, huh? Let's go to the right and see what's over here. Oh man, there's a squid. The cheese snake is going to be to the right of this room, and there's an ointment there as well. Okay, so what we want to do is let's go get our health restored at the top. There's a guru in here as well, and I don't exactly remember where he is. But let's go get our health restored with that squid's help. And let's see. It's going to take just a second here. There's plenty of time. Still 9 minutes. That's all that we need to finish this game up. Come on. There we go. That's one. We're going to need 2 more of those. It's not like 2:30 is my hard cutoff or anything, but you know, I set a goal. Like, may as well try and hit it. Come on. Okay. Honestly, that should be enough, but let's just do one more. The boss is above one of these rooms here. I might check out and see which one he's in too, real quick. See if I can make that jump after this. Big jump! Oh. It must be up here, because that one didn't seem to be feasible. Okay, so the second to last boss is in that room, and that's the enemy I was talking about earlier. The tilt magic can greatly help dispatch those guys. But right now, we need to go down there to the cheese snake. And let's do it without taking a bunch of damage. Okay. Now this time, we're going to spawn that item in, and it's going to be like the Hourglass was. It's going to just populate. And I forgot to say, maybe I did, but this is also like region 4 in my mind. So we're going to beat our little cheese snake guy. All these food references in the game. KFC, cheese snakes. Now this, we want to burn one of these wing boots. We're going to take this ointment. This is very vital. We're going to rush up to the top right here, and we're going to burn this wing boot. Let's check that timer out. 10 seconds. It's not a lot. Let's book it. Book it, book it, book it, book it, book it. Let's get up here. And we're going to use the wing boots to fly up. Avoid all of that nonsense. Now, this is King Grieve. He, big dragon. He swallows the dragon slayer to keep the evil one. The evil one is the ultimate boss, the final boss. He swallows the sword so that that guy can't get it. So immediately what we're going to do is, this guy spits fireballs, much like the dragons do. He is a dragon after all. We're going to burn this hourglass. It's going to cost some of our life, but it's going to stop him from spitting fireballs. So here we go. And we're going to burn a potion because that fireball came out. And we're going to get hit by it. That's okay. Let's see. Wing boots is gone. This is not good, guys. Let's swap this over. Let's swap. So the hourglass is supposed to stop the flames, I thought. But hey, he's just moving slower. Trying to be careful not to get pushed out. Let's burn another red potion. We're kind of clutching it out here. Okay. Hourglass is gone. That's okay. Man. We are burning through these, We're gonna burn another here. Whew, starting to sweat a little bit. I definitely remember that hourglass stopping this, We're just taking this damage too. That's okay. There it is. Let's get that sword. We don't need that other, potion. Yeah, that is the weirdest thing. I swear that the Hourglass stopped it. Like, anyway, when you equip one piece of it, it all equips. So now we're kind of decked out. Look pretty cool, pretty snazzy. It's unfortunate that it's short-lived. Let's get up out of here. We're in the home stretch now, so we are going to grab this food here. I don't know how many hits it's going to take. Okay. I should have gotten more, but really you don't need too much more. I promise that Hourglass should have stopped his advances. His fireballs, but that dude, he was still firing. That's okay though. That's why we bought all those potions. And also, this is the guru. As if that wasn't obvious. The monster you just defeated is King Grieve, King of the Dwarves. The evil one changed his appearance. The king protected the sword from the evil one by hiding it within his own body. Use the sword to defeat the evil one in the fortress. This will open the door to the fortress. So you get the demon's ring. Alright. Let's try not to get hit by this guy. And perfect. We could go back and buy more potions, but I'm pretty confident we have everything we need to close out the game. We don't even need any more magic. Our wing boots are only lasting 10 seconds now, which kind of sucks. You could use the wing boots if you didn't rank your title up there to also fight the dragon, King Grieve. But unfortunately, we did rank up. And the game really slowed down there a lot for me, too. Strike a little bit through the walls, picking up that food. I'm actually glad that it turned out the way that it did. It wouldn't be as fun without as much excitement. Man, this guy's got me. It just shot me out of the wall there. Okay. I think this guy's gonna give us some food here too. Well, that depends on if he ever decides to graciously come down. Nope, coin. Grace us with his presence is what I was gonna say. Don't forget that that guy's there. Probably gonna take another hit here. Alright, let's just get in. Alright, so the wing boots. You keep 2 pairs of wing boots at least, so 1, you don't have to go through this place. We're gonna fly up, and we got an extra pair too. I can't remember if it's down here. It's definitely over this way. Make sure we don't touch that poison. Okay, so let's pop this last potion. Now we're gonna burn this last wing boot. We're gonna grab this ointment that's below us, fly up to those stairs. Let's go ahead and burn them. Free from injury because of the ointment. We're burning the wing boots. This way we don't have to go through the whole thing. We're flying up. Gonna run through these guys. We're not wasting our time. No need for greed, even though that's what I've been the whole game. And here we go. This is the evil one. With the ointment, this guy's a joke. You're just gonna beat him up. He can't hurt you, and that's the game. Super easy. 2 hours and 28 minutes and 43 seconds. Glad to have you back safely. It will take time, but the elves and the dwarves will become friends and return the peace to this land as it used to be. I understand you will leave to continue your journey. What a restless guy. So remember when we started the game, everything was dry and barren. Water's back, the evil one's gone. We've closed it all out. It's been pretty fun. It's not a bad game, considering this was on the Nintendo Entertainment System. way back in the day. And it doesn't take long at all to just have a little fun playthrough with it. It goes pretty quick. But anyway, next up we're going to do Final Fantasy 1 for the NES. We may do that in parts. But yeah, just thank you if you watch this video. It means a lot. Just the fact that you would give me even 2 hours and 30 minutes of your time. If you would, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And you can also turn on notifications for future videos. Back to the title screen it goes. Have a good one.